Presidential candidates continue to present their campaign pledges to overcome their shortcomings, despite the confusions raging in their respective parties. Ruling party candidate Lee Jae-myung courted young voters in their 20s and 30s, while People Power Party candidate targeted the 40 to 49 population with the highest proportion of double-income families.
Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung, dressed in hip clothing, met with famous dancers and presented the young population with his campaign pledge of making Korea the second greatest country in cultural contents. He promised artists and performers an annual basic income of 1 million won.
김구 선생이 꿈꾸셨던 문화 강국 대한민국을 만들어 가겠습니다. 문화 예산 2.5%, 문화 콘텐츠 세계 2강, 문화 예술인과 함께 이재명이 하겠습니다.
In a conversation with Jim Rogers, an influential investor with interests in North Korea, Lee Jae-myung said that he would make it possible for large-scale investments to be made in the Korean peninsula. But in a separate statement, Lee denounced North Korea for examining the resumption of nuclear tests and asked the South Korean government to take firm counteractions. During this income tax return season, the two candidates both pledged to expand income deductions for those workers with clearly taxable earned income sources. People Power Party candidate Yoon Suk-yeol added that the state will assume the responsibility of child-rearing for working couples. He promised to provide 3 free meals a day for children in childcare centers and kindergartens. He said he would adjust the existing budget to come up with 1.5 trillion won to fund this free meal program.
부모가 다 직장을 나가고 이렇게 되면은 아침 식사가 부실할 수가 있어서 사실 이 아침 식사 제공은 원래부터 이제 계획을 하고 있었는데 저녁 역시도
Yoon's pledges to pet owners included an introduction of standardized payment systems for medical service fees at the vet and subsequent income deductions. Lee Jae-myung started his bus campaign in Seoul today and announced his real estate pledges. Meanwhile, Yoon Suk-yeol visited the Yugansun Memorial Hall in Cheonan, Chungcheongnam-do Province to kickstart his 2-day campaigning in the Chungcheong region.